Hi everyone, I'm Blake Cairnsdale, Chief Operating Officer of Tranby National Indigenous Adult Education and Training. I'd like to start today's yarn by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land that I'm gathered on here. It's the Gadigal and Wongal people of the Eora Nation. I'd like to pay my respects to elders past, present, and to the emerging leaders of the future. I'm honoured to be here today to yarn with you about what NAIDOC Week means to myself and fellow staff here at Tranby, and also this year's NAIDOC theme, Always Was, Always Will Be. We'll start off with an important message that NAIDOC really is a week to celebrate Aboriginal people and culture and to engage with Aboriginal community. So let's not hold off any further, let's go have a yarn with some of the staff and hear from them. Hi Uncle, good to see you there. Thanks for making time to meet with us today and have a yarn about NAIDOC Week and what it means to you as an Aboriginal man. And also this year's theme, Always Was, Always Will Be. This is a strong one, so I'm really keen to hear what that particular theme means to you personally. So before we dive in, maybe if you just wanted to say good day and introduce yourself, then I'll leave it with you.
Okay, thanks Blake for the opportunity to be able to just express a few opinions about NAIDOC and what the theme means to me. In my senior years, it means so much to me, I think, from the 70s right through to today. And it's certainly a time of great celebration, days of celebration, where we can all come together, not just Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, but all Australians come together and celebrate our history and also our future, because we have so many young people coming through who can take major roles in moving us forward with the help and support of other people too as well. And the theme always was and always will be Aboriginal land. It's a very important aspect to our culture, the relationship to land. And also, it's not just the earth or the soil itself. I see it as other aspects, including the environment and the waterways and the forests and the islands and the coral reefs and the abundance of food sources in our marine environment. But also, I think the other aspect is climate change, the effect it may be having on our lower lying islands, and some of our people have got some concerns about climate change and their actual environment and the effect that it's having on that. So we need to consider those things as very important and critical aspects for our future.
Hey, I'm Mitch Gibbs. I'm a Dunghutti man. I work at Tranby as a digital project officer. NAIDOC means to me recognition by the government for our people, and I think obviously there's many ways for us to move forward, but I think that this is a good start for the government to understand and to accept our culture. Always was, always will be. I think that is to show that the government is finally understanding that this is something that has always been our land, and moving forward with that, hopefully that we can get more recognition for where we have been in the history and where we'll be in the future.
It's been amazing to hear from my colleagues, other strong Aboriginal people, about what NAIDOC Week and this year's theme means to them. For me, personally, very similar to both Mitch and Uncle Dion, NAIDOC Week is an opportunity to celebrate our culture, to celebrate Aboriginal people, Aboriginal communities, and for Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal people to come together and realise that the most important thing at the end of the day is for all of us to live together in harmony, and that we've got such beautiful culture that manifests through food and dance and song, and that we should embrace that. So nothing really says it better for me than an excerpt from the Uluru Statement from the Heart. So I'll try and get this one right. It might not be exactly spot on, but I'll give it a go. It states, our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander tribes were the first sovereign nations of the Australian continent and its adjacent islands. Our laws and customs govern this land. This our ancestors did according to the reckoning of our culture from creation, according to the common law from time immemorial and according to science for more than 60,000 years. This sovereignty is a spiritual notion. The ancestral tie between the land or Mother Nature and the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples that were born therefrom remain connected thereto and must return one day thither to be reunited with our ancestors. This link forms the basis of the ownership of the soil, or better yet, of sovereignty. It has never been ceded or extinguished, and it coexists alongside the sovereignty of the Crown. How could it be any other way? That peoples possess the land for 60 millennia, and that sacred link should disappear from human history in a mere 250 years. Always was, always will be.